Hello, hello. This week we get to talk about the horrific scenes left during the aftermath of Hurricane Ian and the total devastation that everyone has seen is just mind-boggling. And yeah, we can't control hurricanes and typhoons depending on what part of the world we live in, and cyclones. But we did not do ourselves any favors as mankind, considering that, in the 1950s, Florida wasn't much of anything and became something purely because of the developers. Dredge and fill theories came out and processes came out, and that was curtailed in the 70s somewhat, but the damage was already done. And, the luxury of living inches away, mere inches from water, also has a potential hazardous downside, as we've seen, because that's not, you're changing the habitat of the environment, and marshes serve a purpose, and the ecosystem is set up to do certain things for a purpose, and as a result, when waters rise and it surges quickly, you get mass flooding and destruction. So I guess the bottom line is we shouldn't discount what Mother Nature has set up itself to do to protect us, and by the same token we should be mindful of not completely decimating the ecosystem just to have a closer living habitat to the ocean. But as this continues, the other component is that now that these things have been built, what do? We're going to have to start getting flood insurance, and the government's going to have to start providing some subsidization of that, because they're the ones that let all that development happen. So I think the government does play a role in having to help subsidize and salvage some of that. But anyway, I hope the families that suffered destruction can put their lives back together again, and the ones who lost people, our deepest condolences. Talk to you next week.